Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first race of the Nixant Offline Championship Organization's #1 series under the new name, the Amazon Cup Series. It's the All-Star Race. Mark Seidel of CMG will lead us to the line, tailed by Hunter B. Green flag is out. We are racing, and then Soko. Hunter has an early lead here, followed by DJF, with Dumbledore being pushed by Penguin. I believe they both came in during the same season of the ACS. It was just a few seasons ago, but we've only run a few seasons. I believe this is only our 7th. As Dumbledore has now picked up the lead with the help from the outside lane, which Penguin looks like he's going to try to use. Outside lane here at Irwindale. Very, very overpowering compared to the inside. It's a little strange for a short track to have an overbearing outside lane. Bristol had it a few years ago. That was somewhat artificial. But multi-groove racing makes for amazing racing. There's only on wheels back in the pack. Marcus Silas has dropped off heavily. MDF gets turned to the inside of the bumper of Pitboy Flynn. Flynn's gonna slide through the grass a little bit, gonna pull a bit of a Ken block, but the caution does not come out even after that little bit of a skirmish. And Jimmy continuously will take the lead, and we can now say that he has continued to lead. There's Hunter B going way to the outside. You don't want to go that far to the outside. Just about three car widths high is where you want to be, ideally, if we're trying to make a pass. Now, 48-3, the two numbers who have won 7 championships in the NASCAR Cup Series, currently leading 1-2 with Hunter B running 3rd. Penguin gets a little bit loose there, coming off a 4. He keeps it going straight, but he loses a little bit of ground to Bunter. Hunter's going to try to make another move to the outside. They've been side by side now for almost as long as Betty White has been alive, so approximately 417 years. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but they have been side by side for a long time, which is what you love to see at short tracks. Lots of side by side action, not just Kyle Busch pulling out to a lead or someone else. As we at the completion of this lap will be at the 1/5 completion mark. That's 20%. Across the line, Hunter has actually gotten second and is now trying to go side by side for the lead. He'll go to the outside in turn 1, try to make the pass on Jimmy. And it looks like it's going to work. Hunter's going to the lead. Will he be able to make it stick? Here's they did. As we look back in the pack here, there's Savage, and he's going to go around on the bumper of NCAL or NCAL. The 16 and the 60, the battle of cars with very similar sounding numbers. They've gotten into each other, and the all flag has come out for the first time this year. Hunter B led us to the line. Big Blue was in second by only about a quarter of a second, as we're under caution for the first time behind the Dodge Challenger pace car. With NCAL at his point of view, comes up, gives him just a little bit of a tap. They both go into the outside of the wall. Excuse me, outside wall, not the outside of the wall. That would be almost certainly a not very good accent, considering the outside of the wall is not on the track. Apologize for my misspeaking. The caution's going by pretty quickly here at Irwindale. Hunter B's going to lead him back to the line in that PPG #1. It's been one of the most popular schemes this year. Let's see if it can perform just as well as it's been received. Green flag's back in the air. 3, 1, and 2 they go. Big Blue to the outside, and there's another wreck already on the restart. Series owner Nick Sant involved. Dumbledore appears to have been involved. That's Sylvia Gang and pole sitter Mark Silas. That's Rusty Fighter out the inside in the 42. Caution, of course, back out again, as we may have had our first race-ending casualty of the season. We'll look back at the accident here. Here's DJF getting into the back of Dumble. They've had a little bit of a heated exchange going on across forms of media during this off season, and just chaos ensues. Whether this was intentional or not, we'll have to see after the race. Here we are at Rusty Fighter's point of view. Absolutely swept up. Couldn't do anything about it. He got completely blindsided. Almost literally, they appear to have driven in and hit him at his blind side. We might have the first retirement of the year. So we'll go through the field here. Even after a 4 or 5 car, maybe 6 car incident there, we're already about to be back to green. As Big Blue and that Big Blue Camaro will lead us to the line. Beautiful metallic Red Bull Z01 will lead us to the green. We're racing again. At the completion of the next lap, we will have made the halfway point in the first race of the year. Of course, it's not the official first race of the year, it's only an exhibition. There's Jimmy to the outside of Bunter. There's Dale Reynolds in the 27. One of the, I believe, the highest running Dodge in the field, that GameStop number 27. He's got Oak Assassin in the 8 on his outside. There's DJF, the driver who arguably caused the previous incident behind Oak Assassin and that Sunburst Fender number 62. New sponsorship for that team after a bit of a complicated financial offseason for the DJF racing team. Nevertheless, performing better compared to how they did last year. There's the pace car, and there's been another accident. MDF gets involved again. Nick Sant involved again. That's only on wheels around in the number 9. Caution, I believe, is back out again. I would expect the caution to be out after such an incident. I caught a brief glimpse of there's the pace car on the inside of the track. I saw the pit marshal there with a red flag out. I mean, the pits were closed, so caution definitely did come out. Here's the accident. That's due hooking only on wheels. At number 9. As MDF and series owner Nick Sant had nowhere to go. Sant there on the race is number 40. He's gotten a few bites taken out of him this race. On board with him. Some significant impact right there. He's able to keep going, but he's going to have a very underpowered car now that he's definitely got some radiator damage from the front end collision. They come back to the field. The lights appear to be out on the pace car. I can't exactly tell from here. I believe, and they are. Pace car ducks to the inside. We'll restart on lap 33 out of 50. Race winding down very, very quickly, about a little over 60% of the way in. Jimmy with us to the line. The green flag's out. And this patriotic car in the field has the lead. Big Blue to the bottom. Well, let's see if that sponsorship gives him wings. But passes are hard to make on the inside here, as it looks like the tops number 8 of Oak Assassin is going to attempt to make a pass on the outside. He's going to go side by side with Jimmy. Let's see if that outside line gives him the run that he needs. And he's going to get 8 car to the lead. Jimmy following right into his tire tracks. Draft not so important here, but running a good line is always important at the short track. Right now, it appears to be that the entire top 5 is just. I was gonna say it's 2 Toyotas, but that's not inaccurate. His dude is crept into the top 5. He's in a Dodge. Jimmy now goes to the outside. They're side by side of the line. Jimmy's gonna take the lead back. Up 37 out of 50. Coming up on the 20% to go mark of the race. Elk Assassin puts a little bit of a bumper to the back of the 48, but it's not very much. Pushes him up the track just a little bit, nothing comes of it. There's Dew on the outside of DJF. 2 of the people who helped to make this league happen. Dew's going to go to the outside of Big Blue. That run he had from pass on DJF definitely carried over. Dew's going to look to third. DJF now also running the outside. He's going to look to pass Big Blue. He's not going to be able to do that, though. No. Dew has now gotten to the back bumper of Oak Assassin. And there is now a battle for second and a battle for fourth. DJF looks to have won the battle for fourth. May not be over quite yet. And it looks like Dew has won the battle for second, as Oak Assassin has been relegated to third. We now only have 10 laps to go. Going to be 9 at the line. Top running Dodge in this field is that number 47 Camo Army car. So we got National Guard and the U.S. Army currently running 1 and 2. Very patriotic top 2 positions. It's Toyota, Dodge, Chevy. As Oak Assassin goes to the outside of everyone, sure, went pretty high. He's going to go to the outside of Dew, trying to take second away. As we're coming to lap 45 of 50, there will only be 6 laps to go at the line. Jimmy holds up Dew just a little bit. That's going to allow Oak Assassin to take the lead. We'll be at 5 laps to go next time. It's a 4-car battle for the win. Oak Assassin has cleared Jimmy. DJF going to the outside of Dew. The Defender Stratocaster car is going around the U.S. Army car. Goes very, very high up the hill. They're still side by side. As we come to 4 to go, DJF gonna make a bit of a move. He's gonna take second away now, just for the moment. Let's see if he can get it going onto the straightaway. He does. Now have an all Chevy top 2, as Dew and Jimmy are battling out for the final podium position. Let's see if DJF can run Oak down, or if the 8 that DJF grew up watching as a child is going to end up eluding him. 2 laps to go in the all-star race. Jimmy to the outside of Dew. The Oak has opened up a pretty big lead. It's probably about somewhere between 5 and 7 car lengths over DJF. Will any moves happen? It looks pretty improbable at this stage. 2, 3, and 4 for the final time. The Thompson Budweiser number 8 is going to win the Ensoco ACS All-Star Race.